Hello. So for my Transcendentalism and Avatar project, I'm going to discuss some of the Transcendentalism theories and or the Transcendentalist theories and beliefs that we see throughout the movie. So like the first thing that we see about Jake, first thing we realize is he seems very independent and self-reliant. So he's obviously handicapped, but he still doesn't want anybody or need anybody's help. So he takes care of himself, even though he's disabled. And because he's disabled, he feels trapped within his own body, and he has these limitations, that limit him and what he's capable of doing, and so even though he's self-reliant, he feels like he has this need to do more and be more. So there's really a lot of room for self-improvement, which is another transcendentalist belief. And basically the whole motive behind taking Jake's brother's job is because he wants his legs back, so he doesn't have those limitations. And so the first time Jake goes into the Avatar, basically, he can't wait to get out, and he's thrashing all around when they're telling him to be still, and he just can't wait. And that's really because of those limitations. So when he's in the Avatar, he's able to be free and do things that he couldn't normally do in his human self. So he's the theory of freedom and the effect that has on people, and Transcendentalism really comes up in that aspect. So the first thing we really learn, or well, not the first thing, but one of the main points that we learn about the Na'vi people is that they are connected with nature and the divine too, and they believe that nature and the divine are connected. So the forest and everything, and the people and everything are connected through Awa, which is their goddess. And so she kind of connects all living things for them. And so they live a very simplistic lifestyle. So because of their spiritual beliefs, they live this life very connected with nature and in tune with nature, and the flow of energy and connection in all living things is really important to them, and is really relevant in their lifestyle. And one of the the most memorable things for me that Natiri says is that energy is borrowed, not taken, which I think really relates to the flow of energy and how everything is connected. And so I want to talk about self-improvement again, because when Jake is really getting connected with the Na'vi, and really becoming a part of their society, he proves himself through these tests and rites of passage that they have, and like when he fights the Banshee and wins, and so it becomes his, and they become connected. That's and then also when he does the becoming a man rite of passage ceremony with the Na'vi, he and becomes a man in their eyes. He really improves upon himself, and his limitations in his human self, don't limit him in this other body, so he can improve his life through the avatar. So I want to talk about kind of the human impact on the Na'vi and the whole planet of Pandora. So basically, the humans come to Pandora, and they're looking for I can't remember the name of the material, but anyway, they're looking for this chemical or material or metal of some sort. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so they basically they are trying to take over the Na'vi's land, and they want it for mining this material, and so like as we see when Jake and Neytiri are sleeping, and the huge dozer just comes through and is just plowing all the living things and all the plants and the trees and everything, everything in its path. We see that urbanization kind of ruins the bond between people and nature, because since the Na'vi believe that nature and the divine are connected, and people are connected as well, it ruins the bond between everything, between not just people and nature, but also between the divine as well. So also the humans kind of they would kind of be tagged as like the bad guys in a transcendentalist's viewpoint, because of all this, and the Na'vi would really be the do-gooders, and so anyway, so the humans are trying to, not just the Americans, although they do look American. So the humans are really like destroying the Na'vi's way of life, or like trying to destroy it, obviously. And so another transcendentalist kind of belief is that urbanization and materialism that the humans really show, it causes destruction of civilization and kind of like moral beliefs, and all that is right. And so the last thing I want to talk about is that our transitions. And so we see that first Jake is a Marine and he is a human, and so he's really on the human side, and he wants to get close to this the Na'vi to help the humans. And with their goals, but we really see when he really finds himself in his avatar and in the Na'vi people and Neytiri, that he really switches sides, and he goes on the good side, so he, through his self-improvement, he really discovers his values and what he thinks is right. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for listening.